All right, so we have our Unit 1 section, and our theme for this section is Colors of Us. And we have second grade, and the book we are using, or books I should say, is The Monster by Anna Linnaeus. And then we did implement another book in our art activity, and that book is called Colors of Us by Karen Katz. So the two sections that I had were music and math. So starting with music, our theme for music is flashlight dance. And our activity for that is students will be creating a flashlight dance using colored flashlights to the song Dynamite by BTS, and it will be the Kids Bop version. And then we move on to our three exposures. So our first exposure is I, the teacher, will show my students an example of the flashlight dance. So I will have a flashlight dance ready to go by the song Dynamite by BTS to show them what it's going to look like. So then my second exposure is I'm going to split them up into groups of about four or so, and they are going to create their own flashlight choreography to the same exact song. So, but instead of just doing like random like designs, they will be asked to use and create little dances in the forms of shapes. So they will do triangles, squares, circles, things like that. And they will be asked to have 32 counts total. So they will do it in counts of 8 4 times. So they will do that individually, and then they need to do it as a group also. So then my third exposure is the groups after they are done doing it, getting their dance all together. Then they will perform them in front of each other after they are all done with that. And the standards that I tied them to are 2-DA-CR-1-1, so which is explore movement inspired by a variety of stimuli, music, sound, text, objects, images, symbols, observe dance experiences, and I will provide additional sources for movement ideas, which I did with my shapes. I also tied it to another standard, 2-DA-CR-1-2, which is combine a variety of movements while manipulating the elements of dance. And then we go on to math. And this activity or the theme is shapes of color and attributes. Every shape is different. So the activity for this is the shapes of color and attributes. So the students will be given a worksheet like this. I just found this one off Teacher by Teacher. This is the worksheet that they will be giving, this one and this one. They have some shapes on there. And then they will be asked to count the number of sides and the corners. So after they have figured out all the sides and the corners, they will be asked to color each shape a different color, and the shape cannot be the same color as a different one, so they all have to be different. And this ties into the flashlight dance, and the flashlight dance ties into math because since we're learning about shapes, they are only allowed to use shapes when making a choreography for their dance. And this activity also ties in with our books, both of them, The Color Monster and the other book that we have, The Colors of Us. And it ties in because I'm showing them, by having them color each shape a different color, that every shape is different. And they will see that when each shape is not going to have all the same sides and all the same corners. That is something that is implemented because they are all different. And the math standard that I tied this one to is 2-G-1, which is recognize, identify, and draw shapes having specific attributes such as a given number of angles or a given number of equal faces, to include triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, cubes, and the sizes are compared directly and visually, not compared by measuring. So yes, this is Unit 1.